Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. How you guys doing? Guys, tomorrow, Thursday, Thanksgiving 2024, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to do a live, Thanksgiving live. Bring your turkey. And we will enjoy it together for about an hour and a half or so. Guys, so I was watching blue-haired Swoop. Swoop from the internet. You know who I'm talking about? Blue-haired Swoop. And she's got, almost 900,000 subscribers. Holy moly. And I give her a lot of credit. I've been following her for quite some time. I love her production. She's a singer-songwriter. She's a performer. There's not a lot of stuff that Swoop can't do. She's a designer. Her merchandise is really cool and stuff. And she has a substantial platform here on YouTube. And she was talking about Gypsy Rose. She has done a couple Gypsy Rose videos. And at the beginning, she was following the same story as everybody else, that Munchausen by proxy, blah, 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 blah. And now, as I've said, and as you've noticed, the internet has gone crazy with Gypsy. And, we have dug deeper and deeper and come to find out that, there's a chromosome disorder, there's a microdeletion, there's issues that are legitimate to the things that Gypsy actually had done, not the 30 fake surgeries that live within her mind, you know what I'm saying? But the actual 4 surgeries that were required and needed because of a chromosome disorder. Well, here's the thing. So Swoop touched a little bit on it, but didn't want to get into it. And that's a problem, because that debunks everything with the Munchausen by proxy. And I wish, because she used part of Becca Scoops' videos. Now, those of us who know and are familiar with Becca Scoops, her videos are not theories. Her videos about Gypsy's microdeletion and chromosome disorder, or chromosome deficiency, and autopsy stuff, all of that stuff is not theory, it's facts. And the fact that nobody can diagnose somebody with Munchausen by proxy when they are unalived is a fact. So I think that Swoop could have done a better job by at least introducing people to Becca Scoops, to let people realize, whoa, the story has changed. And I feel like Swoop kind of, again, just like mainstream media, kind of swept it under the rug. When people realized that there was a legitimate chromosome disorder, a chromosome deficiency, a microdeletion, they will realize the reason for the salivary glands being removed, the reason for the feeding tube, the reason for the eye surgery. So they didn't check into that, and the fact that Swoop brings it up but doesn't really want to go into it, but that's the key to everything. That was exaggerated by Dee, okay? The chromosome deletion was exaggerated by Dee. But the symptoms, even though they weren't to the extreme that Dee says that they were, or they weren't cancer, or they weren't this, or they weren't that, she embellished something. But that something was already there. So when Gypsy was having problems as a child and her eyes were cross-eyed, and she had that, and she counts that as one of her surgeries, but there was only 4 surgeries, not 30. I think somebody as important and with the platform as Swoop should come in and say, hey, this whole story has changed, and there's this content creator that seems to actually have So, I mean, you used her. So, and I don't see where, I'm not saying you used her. And I think you have such a platform. I'm talking to Swoop. Not that she knows who I am. But you used her in your video. And, okay, you sped up the video. But this woman has legitimately shown and debunked so much stuff that when it comes to Gypsy Rose, that had you have just mentioned her name, maybe a quarter of your audience would have gone to her page and said, oh my gosh, this whole Munchausen by proxy is bullshit and just an alibi for Gypsy Rose to get out. And that's where I just wish that Swoop would have mentioned that, and where she wouldn't have just kind of swept under the rug or just glazed over the microdeletion or the chromosome disorder. I just wish that she would have spent more time on that, because I feel like then it went to the gossip bullshit and the bullshit of the baby. And listen, I talk about the baby too, but you yourself, Swoop, said that things have changed and mainstream media needs to know who Gypsy Rose actually is, because she's an influencer. She's an influencer who has not learned anything since she's gotten out or been inside. Her behavior hasn't changed really at all. She wants what she wants when she wants it and doesn't give a shit about the collateral damage. And people do need to be aware of that. She's got a book she's going to try to sell next month. She's narrating a story, and she took her mom's legacy, not only her life, but took her mom's legacy. Why didn't you mention about how obese Dee Dee was, and how Dee Dee needed Gypsy at this point of her life? So it wasn't that Gypsy was afraid of Dee Dee. Dee Dee couldn't catch up with Gypsy. You have so many people that you could have told this story to. I just don't understand, because this is the truth. You now have seen the autopsy. You know how obese. You know that Dee Dee was sick. You know she had diabetes. You know she had gout. You know she had some sort of cancer. And you know that she also could have been unalived with insulin, not this brutal attack. I just feel like if you're going to revisit something, and I only mean this as constructive criticism, I like Swoop. I think she does some really good investigative reporting. I don't think she did here, because even she mentions the microdeletion or the chromosome disorder, but she says that, she wasn't getting into that. And that's the key. Again, that's the key. Anyway, guys, I just wish that Swoop would have given Becca Scoops direction to go to Becca Scoops videos so that more people could be enlightened about what's actually gone on with Gypsy Rose, guys, and that whole shit show. Guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Tell me what you think, please. Comment in the comments. Hit the bell, like, subscribe, and share. But more importantly, be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Thanks, guys, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Thanksgiving 2024. Come and bring your turkey. All right, guys, take care.